Today, gonna talk about the Martini. So, for such a seemingly simple drink of very few ingredients, the Martini is actually very time-consuming to order and to make because we want to be sure that it's made very specific to the customer's taste. And a Martini has such few ingredients but quite a few ways of making it, and the different ways of making, preparing, serving it are going to have huge differences in how it tastes and how the customer perceives the spirit. Being a gin and vodka company, the Martini is very important to us, and it's very important to get it right. So there's 4 main questions when ordering a Martini that I'm going to walk through today. The first question that the bartender, at least at the block, is going to ask you as soon as you order a Martini is going to be vodka or gin, right? So vodka, gin, huge differences in the flavor profiles, right? Gin is flavored vodka, but you need to like the botanical flavor of the gin to really like it in a Martini. So if you order vodka, then we're set. We're ready to go to the next question. But if you order a gin Martini at the block, we're gonna then break it down into what type of gin would you like. So, we have seasonal gins. So we have our spring, summer, autumn, and winter, which winter is a barrel-aged gin, which we don't typically see people ordering in a Martini, but you can do whatever you like. So say we have autumn and spring available at the time that you're ordering it. The spring is going to have a very floral recipe with hints of rose, lavender, hibiscus, chamomile. And then the autumn is going to have a completely spice-forward chai flavors. So clove, peppercorn, cardamom, nutmeg, allspice. So those 2 gins are going to act very different in a Martini. So next question after you pick gin is going to be which gin, and then the preference there is going to be, do you like it with, do you like it dry or dirty? Because that's going to influence which gin we recommend as well. So once you pick your gin, then we go to question 2. So gin or vodka. Question 2, shaken or stirred, right? So shaken is in tins like this. Put the ingredients in here, and the bartender shakes the living crap out of it. So what is that going to do to the drink? Well, it's going to very, very intensely cool the drink. It's also you're going to end up breaking down the ice and actually integrating more dilution to the Martini as well. So dilution meaning that it's going to be a lower ABV when it's served. Stirred, however, it's going to go into a Yari, ice on top, and then we're going to stir it up. So this is a lot more gentle on the spirit. It's going to dilute it a lot less, but cool it off. So big difference the main difference between those 2 is how much do you want to taste the base spirit and how cold do you want it, which those 2 are related, because shaken is not only diluting, it's also really, really chilling. Both of those things are going to reduce the flavor of the spirit. Stirred is going to give you your chill, a little bit of dilution, but you're going to still get a more prominent spirit flavor in your end cocktail. So after we decide that, shaken or stirred, so far we're at vodka or gin, shaken or stirred. Next is going to be dry or dirty. So in that case, dry is going to mean the integration of vermouth. So vermouth is it's a fortified wine that's typically flavored with botanicals as well. Very common. In this case, it's going to be dry vermouth, or white vermouth is the most common. You can order a sweet vermouth Martini. Pretty non-typical to see that though. If you say dry, that means, okay, we're going to integrate vermouth into it. there's 3 levels of dry that we take at the block. If you just say dry, that's going to mean 1/4 ounce of vermouth is in with the base spirit. If you say extra dry, we're going to do just a rinse of vermouth. So we're going to actually put it in, swirl it around in the glass, and dump it. And then if you say wet, that's going to actually mean 1/2 ounce of vermouth. So it's going to be a much more herbal kind of martini in the end cocktail. All right, so that's if you say dry. If you say dirty, that means that there's actually olive brine, so the liquid that's in a jar of olives or olive juice in there. It's gonna have some saltiness, some almost umami flavor to it. Dirty, we're gonna put on a scale of 1 to 4. So 1 being like, I like a little salt, I like a little brine, and 4 being like, roll me in the mud with the pigs. Like, I like it all. Hit me with a bunch of olive juice, right? So that's the third question. So now we're at vodka or gin, shaken or stirred, dry or dirty. So once we get that, next is going to be up or rocks. So if you order a martini up, it's gonna come in your typical martini glass, your stemmed glass. Very difficult to carry across the room, right? Very shallow and wide, makes it hard to carry, but it's a very sexy glass. So if you see someone and they carry this across the room and don't spill a drop, they're a professional martini drinker. However, if you say rocks, so that martini glass is if you say up. If you say rocks, it's gonna come in your standard whiskey glass with a nice big cube on it. So this is going to keep your drink cooled longer, right? So the ice is gonna keep it cold. It's going to also promote a little more dilution to it over time. The longer you take, the more water that's gonna get integrated to it. If you order it up in the martini glass, obviously it's gonna start to get warm a little quicker. So as the drink gets warm, you're gonna start to taste that base spirit a little more as well. So those are the 4: vodka or gin, shaken or stirred, dry or dirty, and up or rocks. If you order a dry, the final step, so now the cocktail's in the glass, right? Final step, if you order it dry, we're gonna assume that you want it with a twist. It's gonna be a lemon twist, right? We're gonna peel the lemon with this facing down on your cup, so you get that lemon zest, all the oils and essence of the lemon on top of your martini and your glass. So it's gonna create a very aromatic experience. It's gonna end up getting twisted up, nice little beautiful peel. And if you order it dirty, you're gonna get olives, just nice big fat pimento filled olives. Nice little snack at the end of your cocktail, right? So those are the steps of a martini. Now you can make it at home, check it out. You'll know what to do. You can figure out what your preference is. So next time you're at the bar, if your bartender asks you the questions, you'll be ready to go. And if they don't, you'll know what to specify. So you get the martini exactly how you want it. This is for your baseline martinis. Obviously, there's a lot of spin-offs of martinis as well. You've got your appletini, your chocolatini, and then you have your other integrations of vodka and gin, which is going to be like a Vesper, which is obviously made famous by the Bond movie, which is integration of vodka and gin, and Lillet Blanc, which is another aperitif, a little bit different than vermouth. So that is it for the martini breakdown today for Block O'Clock. Thanks for joining me. Hope you guys are doing all right. Hope everyone is safe and healthy. Hit us up, tag us, let us know what you're making at home. Hashtag show us your block. And this is Kraig signing off. Cheers, guys.